Johnny in South Dakota is on the line. Johnny, thanks for calling, man. What is up?
You know me, the guy that cries over his dog.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's good to hear from you.
The infamous. Well, last time I called you, I told you I know history.
Okay.
And I got to get this out to the public. I'm an old man. It's not going to do me any good.
Okay.
Go leave with all this information. People need to know their history. And I'm going to talk about Veterans Day, but first I want to say that as far as foreign wars, Israeli wars, and taking sides, George Washington warned, stay out of foreign entanglements.
Yeah.
Be friendly with all nations, friends with none.
Friendly, but friends with none. Nice. I like that.
No allies. You get into their business, and then we get all these wars. Eisenhower, in his farewell address, even though he was a sergeant, said, watch out for the military establishment.
Military industrial
that one. I said it wrong.
Yeah.
Because they want to make money and keep wars going.
Yep.
And standing army, they were against federal armies. The Second Amendment was for militias that was state-run people, farmers. And the allowing to raise an army, that was in case of an invasion, and that was only supposed to. It's in there too in the Constitution to last the funding only 2 years.
Wow.
It had a limit.
Yeah.
And I got this last night. I'm still studying. I always study history. Oppressors can tyrannize only when they achieve a standing army, an enslaved press, and a disarmed populace.
Yeah.
James Madison.
Interesting.
And and I got to tell you this one, and listen to this real good, because for all the hoopla about, we honor the military, listen to what Thomas Jefferson said. Breaking a man to military training is breaking his spirits to passive obedience.
Wow. Say that again?
Breaking a man to military training is breaking his spirits to passive obedience.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that true? Isn't that a fact?
Yeah, and that's what they do. And Sam Adams said that the armies tend to be separate from the people. And this passive obedience, this draft, and another thing I want to leave this with you, Hake, the draft, they tried to draft people in the War of 1812. Now, these guys were close to the founding of the nation.
Yeah.
James Madison wanted it in the War of 1812 conscript. Daniel Webster, the premier senator of the time, went before Congress and said, we're in a heck in a constitution that says you can take kids out of their homes at any whim of some corrupt politician. Where does it say that? And Congress agreed with him. It wasn't until 1900 that this conscription military draft force became in the law. So for 100 years or whatever it wasn't available, and it was once ruled unconstitutional.
Wow.
So, and I didn't know that when I dodged the Vietnam draft. I just knew that's crazy.
Yeah.
Did
you dodge it later? Did you dodge it legally?
Yeah.
Nice. Right on. I mean, it's the statute of limitations, right?
I'm a 4F.
4F?
But that was I've been called a lot of things. 4F was one of the nicer things.
Okay. What's 4F?
But anyway,
what's 4F? Is it
anyway,
clean? Is it clean to explain?
Yeah, 4F is even in an emergency they can't take me.
Oh, okay. Wow. Nice.
But that war, that's a foreign war, is unconstitutional.
Yeah.
And even the ones that they say, that we got attacked. Well, after they got involved, which they didn't listen to George Washington, they got everybody angry and they took sides. Then we get attacked, and then they say, look at. And even World War II, there's a lot of things. FDR actually pigeonholed the Japanese to bomb Pearl Harbor. There's a lot of discussion about all this stuff. This is why people have to know their history.
Yeah.
And standing armies, they were not founding fathers. They said all the in the name of the tyranny is caused by a fear of a foreign invasion, and people are controlled. So I want to just touch on a few things.
Cool.
But anyway, those guys knew the Revolutionary War was fought with militia, and they didn't like the military. They said that the British were a bunch of drunks, and they were forced to stay in the colonial homes. That's why it's in the Constitution. No, a soldier should be quartered.
Right.
So they did not like. They were scared of, and they didn't like a professional army because they knew that what'd you call it? Military complex is going to want to make money, and it's going to tyrannize the people. They were scared of armies. So, yeah, if somebody wants to fight for the country, I see it, and they go with her. But fighting and being blind obedience to every unfair draft, unfair war is not helping our freedom.
That's for sure, man. That's a fact. We've gotten worse over the last 150,
yeah, thank you for
years.
the freedom. Where's the freaking freedom?
I know.
We got a police state, a military state. We got friggin' the press. We got our Great White Hope being attacked. I mean, holy cow!
Yeah. True.
So anyway, I had to share that with you because when I hear we talk about things, when you talk about things on Friday on your show or Jesse's show, then I sit on it over the weekend and I go, I got to call Hake.
Nice. I appreciate that. That's some useful history, not a bunch of propaganda. I mean, it's propaganda, but you're propagating the truth or a valid point of view that people don't even think about nowadays, oftentimes.
Yeah, the military draft is unconstitutional, and there's all kind of things that if you start reading, but they don't teach you that in public school.
That's for sure.
No, you got to have a curiousness inside yourself to think, hey, what's the truth here? I read the writings of the founding fathers, letters. I had books with their letters, and I got into it, but it wasn't in school. They just teach you dates and what's ever politically correct at the time. But
4F classification in the U.S. Selective Service System.
And I'm proud of it.
Identifying a person as unfit for military service. Nice.
Thank you. I am, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't fight for my country if they come down to my town here. I'll take up arms.
Yeah.
I'm not checking.
Right.
I'll be in the front.
Okay.
But
you sound like that MMA guy. There was an MMA guy who had a quote similar to that.
Yeah, I know. You come out. He was from Texas. You come
Strickland,
down and
maybe?
see what happens.
Yeah. Or Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I forget where he was from.
I love my country and I'll fight for it, but I ain't going getting involved in a military competition. And I'm not even being forced because some politician wants to make some money.
Yeah.
No.
Nice, man. Great call, Johnny.
Good. Thank you, buddy. I wanted to put that out for the people. Read your stuff. It's fascinating. Okay,
sure.
Thank you. Hey, good to talk to you, buddy.
All right, you